Oh, my kid doesn't want to participate in the debate competition. My girl, she is very, very shy. She doesn't want to get up on the stage. So these are few sentences or maybe little complaints that I get to hear from the parents on an everyday basis. So today we will be discussing about 5 effective techniques which will help us and help our children to speak with confidence and public speaking. राइट बट बिफोर दैट आप सभी को सुष्मिता का प्यार भरा नमस्ते एंड वेलकम बैक टू आवर न्यू वीडियो सी स्पीकिंग with ease and public speaking even though it seems like a piece of cake and a very very easy thing to do, but sometimes it is not that easy for a child who is growing. We have to first understand that we are not all the same. That is why there are personalities like extrovert and introvert and ambivert and what not. So sometimes we cannot change the personality of the child, but what we can do is at least facilitate or maybe give them that environment where they can come out from the shackles of their own shyness and speak their mind out. So to begin with, the first thing is the technique of S, S and S. What does it stand? Of course, I'm not talking about Sushmita ma'am. S, S, S. Start, keep it simple and keep it small. Okay? So first thing is, अगर आपको कुछ करना है तो शुरुआत तो करनी पड़ेगी. So once you start, it is always said, right? You started, half the battle is won. So most importantly, you really need to start. If you see that your child is struggling in that area where public speaking is concerned, only thing that you really need to do is start with him, facilitate, give the child that environment where the child's personality can come out. So if you started, keep it simple and keep it small. Start it from the house, right? Maybe encourage some family gatherings where the child can speak about her or his favorite toy, maybe the favorite food, maybe my mother. Like, how do we encourage them to write? In the similar way, we can encourage them to speak. Like, you can always ask, can you tell me 5 things that you really like about your toy? That speaking, when they start telling what they feel. Now, when you add on, you also start giving them pointers. They will start listening to it and remembering it. So most important technique, what I feel is to start, to keep it small and simple. घर से ही शुरुआत होगी. You cannot just complain, कि मेरा बच्चा बोलता नहीं है, मेरे बच्चे को इससे डर है, मेरे बच्चे को स्टेज पे नहीं उठना है. आपको भी कुछ करना पड़ेगा. सो आपको अपने घर से शुरुआत करनी पड़ेगी. फर्स्ट लेट देम बी कंफर्टेबल. एटलीस्ट लेट देम स्पीक what they feel about a topic in front of you. The second point is to encourage. Now encourage reading, encourage reading loudly. So whenever you sit with studies also, you can always ask them to read a poem or maybe a story very very loudly. Also encourage them for the efforts that they are putting. See, I believe encouragement is the biggest gift we can give to our children to make them their dreams, give the wings to their dreams. So I mean, when you want them to speak publicly, you need to encourage them in the house, encourage them for the efforts that they are putting in. So have a discussion with them, speak to them, ask them what scares them the most, what is the issue, or what do they feel, from where does this fear of speaking in a public comes. उन्हें किस चीज से डर लग रहा है? लोग हंसेंगे या मैं सब भूल जाऊंगा या भूल जाऊंगी? What is the fear? Find that out and then address it. Teach them that it is so important to participate. Winning comes later and participate करते करते आप कब उसको जीत जाओ आपको पता नहीं है. Please tell them the goal is not about winning. The goal is to express your thoughts in front of people, bringing out what you want to talk or what you want to speak. So encouraging is very important. Please keep that positive environment in the house where they feel free to express themselves, right? Encourage them, give them, appreciate their efforts. also remember that गलतियां डेफिनेटली होंगी, पर आप भी उन गलतियों को किस तरीके से उन्हें बता रहे हो, that will also matter the most. So when you appreciate their efforts, remember the language or the words that you are using to let them or telling them know about the areas which can be improved. Instead of telling, come see, these are the mistakes that you're making, you can always say, see, here you were fantastic. This is the area which is the area to be a little concerned. We can work on that, and I am with you. Together we make the best team and we will work it out. The third point is fun activities. It's very, very important to plan it, in a fun way. See, you can't make it something to stress about. Basically, this has to be a stress buster for them. You can do so many things. You can do show and tell. You can do a drama. You can do a role play. You can organize, like in today's world, we see so many theme parties being conducted. Why can't we have a competition where the child would come and have, I'm sorry, not the competition, but a kind of a party where, let's say, a person organizes a party where the child and all his friends come together. They're prepared with something. Somebody can come and give a presentation. Somebody can recite a poetry. Somebody can talk about something. Somebody can show and tell, So when they start speaking in front of their own friend circle and get appreciated and get noticed, this will slowly boost their confidence. So the idea is that you need to play the bigger role if you really want your child to be a good speaker. Number 4, school participation. So again, as I told you, when they experience that, only then they will understand how it is going to work. Zyada se zyada kya hoga? You will either fumble or maybe you will forget. But that's okay. You at least went there, stood on the stage, took that decision that you want to say, and that's most important. So it is very, very important that you encourage them to participate in any kind of competition which happens in the school, whether it is about a storytelling or a debate competition or an elocution competition, like that. I still remember the first elocution. Actually, it wasn't elocution. It was that 1 minute thing. You need to take out the chit and whatever is the topic, you need to speak on it for like a minute. And my topic was school bus. And let me tell you, I didn't win the competition. But it whenever I speak, it always takes me back, and that's a benchmark, or maybe that's the point where I feel that okay, this was the point when I started to love to getting on the stage and speaking, right? Then the fifth technique, and the fifth point, and it's very important, which is the technique to relax. You can always, when you prepare with them, you can make some shortcuts through which they will be able to remember. Tell them if they feel nervous suddenly, they can just, wait for a second, pause, give a big smile, take a deep breath, and then speak onward and forward. This will also help them to calm their nerves. And even then, if there is any possibility where they forget what they wanted to tell or say, or please do not make it a nightmare for them. Appreciate them that they had the courage. They are working on their fear. So there is always a second time, because in case the child went up to the stage, forgot the lines, and then when you are angry, oh my god, aapko itni practice karai and you don't remember, the child will, I'm telling you, mind you, the child will never get on the stage ever again. I am sure you don't want that. So understanding and validating their emotions, and most importantly validating their fear, and then finding out ways to come out of it is the most important. Apart from all these, there are various other methods which also includes practice. The more they speak, the more they express. Number 2, it is very, very important. See, all the time it will not happen that you mug up everything and then you go there and speak, right? What you need to do is, you have to be sure about, or you need to have a complete understanding of the topic that you're speaking. Only then, it becomes natural. Also, the confidence also comes from there. You can always ask your child to, stand in front of the mirror and practice. The mirror technique also helps a lot. I practice that a lot. So by using these various methods, you will always at least bring that urge in your child where he or she would like to come on the stage and speak. So this was all for today. Keep learning, keep talking, keep thriving. Thank you so much.